Alright, welcome to Team Fortress TV's coverage of ETF2L Season 26, sponsored by TT Esports. I am your host for tonight, Hiipfire. We also have Amik on production. And we also have a different co-caster. We have Honey Badger.
Hello. I am pleased to be casting here tonight with a epic game between two of the kind of lower end teams, Nunya and Lowpander. So we'll have to see how that kind of goes in action wise, but both teams are fairly aggressive, so we should see some good fights from both teams.
Yes, so to introduce the teams, we have on Lowpander's side, we have on Scout, Granger Bob and Mr. Epic. Sadly, we all got baited by Lowpander. There's no cookie. I apologize personally for getting everyone hyped up for it, but yeah, no cookie. Sorry. I've been told that he might murk, but anyway. They have Ubers on Pocket Soldier. They have Mookie on Flex. They have Kiskal on Medic and Hildreth on Demo. Nunya has the Scouts, Hems, Yumpu, Yilin, Pappy on Soldier, Condog on Medic, and Ratslayer on Demo. So the game is already starting, so let's go into this first mid. Let's see, we see Ratslayer and Hildreth trying to trade out a little bit of damage, but Hildreth got really weak, standing behind the rock. We see Nunya going for a left mid, walking over PC here. I see a bomb coming in, gets good damage on Hildreth. Hildreth gets taken out really early. Ubers gets on the high ground, but nothing really happening yet from the Lowpander side. Mr. Epic does get Yellen. See Hems getting some good aggression, getting Granger Bob. All the positioning is for Nunya right now. Mr. Epic tried to get something going onto the combo, gets taken out. That's the first mid for Nunya.
Yeah, Lowpander playing a very slow middle actually, as we see a crits coming in now from PC. Uber is popped from Nunya, and they are looking to back off of this and just be content with the point. But Lowpander played it passive. They had a sniper of them, and Mookie on that flex pick, like you said before, or scout we should say, is going straight off classing already, and it doesn't seem to have worked. They played very passive. Nunya played their time, got one frag at a time, and it looks like we're going to be coming to our first stalemate. But Lowpander have the crits creek, so there is going to be a slight advantage on that one.
Yeah, I think they're just going to hope that Mookie can get a pick, or else they're just going to have to go in with the crits. Nothing really happening yet, though. They are trying to get some ground here and choke. They're just getting a little weak going into in sewers rather. But the crits is building up here. But it seems like Nunya is going to get this Uber relatively at the same time, so I don't think this crits is going to go very well for them.
Yeah, I think Lowpander, they're a team that have been known to play with the crits. As we see it pop now, Hildreth coming straight through that choke point. Nunya holding very nice positions. Corndog not even close to Uber at the moment, just holding really, really far back, and they've actually pushed them off mid. This could be a really hard recap coming in from Nunya here, but Granger Bob has overextended in that sewer area, and that is the first pick to Nunya. Looks like Ubers wants to go in for some sort of force here, go straight onto the Demo Man, but unfortunately he's surrounded by three players. Nunya grouping up really nicely there, and Corndog, look at the position he's holding his Uber, but Mookie doesn't manage to get the shot onto him as he is holding that sewers area. But they're taking their time, Nunya. They're slowly pushing towards them with this Uber advantage, even if they've lost three players.
I don't know about this. They're dropping a lot of players really low. This might not work out. I mean, they have the players, or Lowpander has the players, 6v3. They're just going to get this midpoint. Now they're going to build up this crits, and I mean, they're again probably going to be going critsing into a Uber team, or a team with Uber, so I don't know. This is kind of iffy right now. This is a very messy game already.
Yeah, though this is kind of what I expected from two very aggressive teams. The crits Krieg, it doesn't look like Nunya have some sort of strategy to try and fight against it, apart from Corndog holding Uber, but he's held that Uber for a large amount of time now, and it looks like Lowpander, the ones who kind of want to take the momentum of the game. And look where Nunya's holding at the moment. Corndog's down on the floor, so it is going to give him a little bit of positional advantage. But that crits Krieg, I just heard it popped off somewhere. It looks like it's from sewers on the sniper. So they are going to back off of that one. And this gives 100% to Corndog again. So hopefully they should be able to make some sort of good push here. But with the sniper of Mookie, it will be quite difficult pushing into that midpoint.
Yeah, they seem to be a little scared, I guess, because they haven't pushed in yet. Mookie tried to do just like a weird gimmick play from sewers, just scope in, maybe hope to get a good pick, but yeah, could not find Condog anywhere and couldn't even get the shot on the soldier.
But Cookie would have done that.
Oh, Cookie would have nailed that shot. I mean, he's learned from the best. From the legendary jukebox. So everyone has seen his highlights. Uber's they got Uber or crits again, so I don't know. Maybe they're gonna try it again. I think they might be doing maybe try a Hildreth crits this time. They're actually moving into PC or in sewers again, into sewers. So maybe my prediction is real. There comes the crits. Nothing really done yet. Condog pops the Uber. Ratslayer and Gillen there jumping into the combo. Nothing. They actually are not getting any frags yet.
Oh my!
Oh, they just got cleaned up. It's a completely beefed push. Lowpander, like expertly, I guess, defending that. That was a really, really bad push. I don't understand what went wrong.
I cannot believe Kisakala survived that. He was dodging for so long on so low health, but unfortunately, Ratslayer not able to clean him up. It looks like they will be pushing straight into last point here. No off classes for Nunya. It just looks like Lowpander want to go straight in with the aggression, getting early picks onto the Solly, but they do lose Mr. Epic in that, so they are going to back off here with the crits advantage again. But it just looks like Nunya just don't know how to play against this crits Krieg, and it is really going to be affecting them throughout the whole game because it is Lowpander's strategy. They will use crits Krieg, Vaccinator, they will change it up against you, and that's why they're known as such a good team for flexing, because they know exactly what to do. But we do see a Vaccinator come out for Corndog.
Yeah, but they seem to be walking in. Actually, Mookie drops really early to the Sentry there. Sentry does get taken out with the crits. Hildreth trying to do some more with this crits. Vaccinator walking straight in. And nothing really happens with that crits. They got the Sentry. Ubers does actually get Hems, but I don't think they're going to be pushing up or continuing this push. He's going to be content with holding in lobby here.
And it's all about if Nunya can beat this crits, but it does look like that Lowpander want to push straight in, getting that top left side. Pappy going down early actually, no sentry gun being put back up, but Corndog is still on that Vaccinator, so he will have a few charges to pop off there. If they play this properly, get the focus right, then they can do this. But it looks like the scouts are focusing the point here. Really nice cleanup from Lowpander, making sure that they're focusing the same targets. Certainly Corndog and Hems left, and Hems is on his own now, and it's going to be first round to Lowpander.
Lowpander showing that they can counter their own gimmicks. Could take out the Vaccinator themselves easily.
It was just a quick push into the last point. They knew there was hardly any charges on Corndog, and they got really nice aggression, height advantage, and it just looks like Nunya don't want to take the aggression forward. They don't want to take these advantages, and they need to if they want to get rounds against Lowpander, and that's how they have to beat them. Let's see how the mid goes though. As Ratslayer is coming around that left-hand side there, getting a lot of damage onto Granger Bob. Hildreth is just looking across the point, and it's another passive middle as Mookie's on Sniper again. Uber's getting a lot of damage down onto the combo there. Kisakala sitting really far back, and Hildreth just cleaning up Uber's damage. Really nice mid coming out of Lowpander, but I mean, Nunya took all the aggression that mid. They did the exact opposite, and they ran straight into Lowpander's front line.
It's just unfortunate. Trying to mix it up, and it's still. I mean, they won the first mid. They probably should have just kept doing what they were doing, but trying to switch it up and just didn't work out. Still have Sniper or Mookie on Sniper, sitting on lobby, looking on the far right, see if he can get anything going. Crits does get popped off on Hildreth, but he's not really getting anything done with it. It's a good crit sticky on Ratslayer and gets the Sentry. Actually, Mookie gets a pick. Uber takes out the Sentry, and actually Hildreth got a kill with that crits, and this is actually going to be a one push. It seemed kind of uneventful at first, with Hildreth not really getting any of those sticks, but that was actually a very, very smooth push into last from Lowpander.
Yeah, even though Hildreth didn't get the medic, he got 2 picks off with the crits, and he knew that Corndog didn't have Uber, so he literally just walked in, got the 2 picks, and then helped his team out at the end. So he didn't use the crits with the medic there, but we are going into our next middle now. 2-0 on the board for Lowpander.
Alright, let's see what Lowpander has in store for this mid. He's going for the Sniper again. Like they another passive mid. Happy actually already in the Lowpander PC here. Gets immediately taken out by Mookie though while he's exiting. Nunya's already down a player. Uber's jumping in onto the combo, getting some good damage. Kondog's very weak, though Ilan counter jumps and gets Hildreth. Uber's in the end gets Yumpu. Mr. Epic cleans up the kill on Ratslayer. Ilan gets Uber's, and it's a numbers advantage for Lowpander. And Nunya's getting got taken out and they have to get out, but actually the crits gets popped on the scout trying to chase this med pick. I don't know about this. Mr. Epic not getting the damage he's looking for. They at least get Hems, but I don't know, they probably could have They just really want to take, I guess, use that crits. Really desperate for that pick on the Condog, but I don't know, it just wasn't meant to be.
I mean, it is Lowpander shenanigans, but I'm still so surprised by Nunya. They have 100% advantage. They could have blocked that point. They could have got outside, even with one down. They should have still taken that fight any day of the week. And they will be coming now from lower lobby as they do push in. Uber's looking to go behind, actually, getting some early damage onto Yimpu. And it looks like Nunya have overextended here. They left a few players behind. Uber's managing to get a kill there, but they do both go down on that side. Mookie's still alive, getting some good pressure on Hilldrift on point. They're just completely out-rotating Nunya, and they're just making sure that they got pressure everywhere. Grangerball playing with Kisakala, Mookie with a really nice headshot onto Pappy, and they will be backing off to lobby. It's only Yillen. Mookie's looking for the pick, goes in with the Girardi, and he still gets taken down. This is just a very nice push by Lowpander playing together, but Kisakala has overextended, and that is a mistake from him.
Wow, what was that? Just walking in with faith that Hilda would save him, but no chance. But actually Condog gets taken out, and they're trying to keep this push alive, and it's a good DM there on the Nunya players leaving spawn, and they make it 3-0.
So this, I don't know, Nunya don't really have an answer to the crits creek, and they need to take the forward aggression if they ever want to try and see if they can win this game, because it's really affecting them right now. They just need to make sure that they're playing together like they did in the first mid, and try and see if they can change it up. But Pappy is going for a Suez play this time, but he was spotted out before, so he is spotted out again. Uber's going to go back for him. Two players going back for Pappy. Pappy's drawn two off of mid. This should call the aggression now for Nunya, as Pappy is still alive, managing to get out there. Really nice damage onto the combo there. Hilldrift really weak. Kisakala's going to have to come through choke. And they're going to slowly, I think, become Nunya's mid as they do take position, but the frags are so even right now. Uber's trying to look for a jump in through choke. He realizes it is not his time, and they all get out of mid apart from Mr. Epic, who is going for a 2-on-1. But it looks like Nunya are going to claim that middle there. Really nice job by Pappy, actually, putting two players off on that mid. That's probably what won them it.
I just see a random quiet crits play coming from PC. Hilda's getting a pick on Hems. Not a very valuable pick, but it does force the Uber from Condog. So it's actually a advantage for Lowpander thanks to that play.
That's a very, very slow kind of game at the moment for Nunya. They don't seem to know what they're going to do with these pushes. They need to kind of get something together. Mookie's on the sniper again, actually, just looking at the choke point, trying to get a pick on the demo man there. Unfortunately misses the headshot, but he will be a presence that is known by Nunya now, as they are sitting in that choke point waiting for that crit streak, and it's actually built up to a very big advantage as Corndog hasn't really got anything here, but the Solis have actually gone, and Yillen gets headshot, has to back off here, and that crits is up. Nunya should be really far back by now. They are starting to feel it. He'll just coming through that choke point now, and it's going to start the crits.
Yeah, gets a good stick on Pappy, but the rest of Nunya has retreated, and this crits is not really going to be able to do much more. They did not actually manage to force the Nunya Uber, so there's probably going to be a re-push coming in soon, or a counter push. And it's coming in right now. Yillen's on the rock, trying to see if he can do anything. Just gets body shot by Mookie. Ratslayer is completely out of position. Two players have been dropped on Nunya. Now it's just Condog and Hems just on middle, kind of alone. Pappy gets and Yumpa both get isolated on their own, and that was just a very, I don't know, they just dropped a lot of players before that Ubers got popped, and now they've been wiped. And Lowpander is probably going to go for the second point. Yillen's going to try what he can to, I don't know, stall a little bit, but that's it. It's the second point for Lowpander.
So there's no coordination from Nunya on that point there. That's why they lost that one. Corno went in from PC with the Uber. The rest of his team was in choke. Lowpander saw it, and they just put pressure on the players in choke. No heals, got a demo pick, a solid pick, and Ubers is doing a lot of work for his team right now, and it is known by Lowpander that he is one of their top players. He is, I believe he's main calling, but we're going to see Lowpander coming in with his crits on last now.
Elder coming in from the right, again trying to focus that sentry. Also gets the NG. He's now looking on the left, tries to get, I don't know, anything more out of this crits, but not really getting anything. Grenjabob does get Yumpu. Ratslayer gets Mr. Epic, and Grenjabob gets Ratslayer. Condog is just alone on top with Yillen trying to heal him, but he gets sniped by Mookie. Now we just have a scout medic against sniper demo medic, and I think this is going to be a one last push for Lowpander. Oh, but there's the respawning soldier getting good damage on Kisakala. Kisakala's actually getting out, but there's just Hildreth And Mookie taking out both of them and just walking onto the point. That's 4-0.
This is really not what I kind of expected from this game. I expected it to be quite even between the two teams. Nunya at the moment just getting rolled over by Lowpander. They need to make sure they change something up next game if they're thinking about the next map. But it's just looking like Lowpander in complete control of every single mid and every single play that they make.
Yeah, this is the next mid. Lowpander seems to be going for a more traditional mid with Mookie on roaming soldier. See what they can do. Condog's on PC with the combo. You see a big jump for Mookie, going in for a market garden on Condog. Condog's alone against Mookie. Mookie's just gonna get this free kill, and Grenjabov gets ill, and Hems is finally going back to deal with Mookie, but it's too late. They've already lost 3 players, and Lowpander's in full control of this mid. Grenjabov does die to Yumpu, but and Mookie actually dies behind, but that's basically all they're gonna be able to do. Actually, Hems is doing okay, getting another kill, but that's it. That was a very, very easy mid for Lowpander.
Mookie kind of delayed his bomb and he used the airstrike. And yeah, no, he just split Condog away from the team. It looks like a breakdown in communication at the moment for Nunya. They're splitting up on mid. They're just getting picked off one at a time. Lowpander playing it slow. They know how to. Looks like they know how to outplay Nunya. Definitely looking like they're kind of ahead of this game at the moment, and they will be continuing to push as they get that second point for free there. I don't know if Corndog's on vaccinated right now. Yeah, it looks like he is, so they are going to be trying that again. Level 3 sentry gun, that hasn't worked last time. They need to change something up quick as this crit is about to come into the last point, and Hildriff is looking for those frags at the top.
Yeah, the crits gets popped off on Hildreth again. Taking actually a long time to really get anything with this. Gets a little crit stick on Hems, but not killing him. And this crits hasn't really gotten anything done. Mookie gets killed by Yilin, and I mean, they got the sentry pick, but that's definitely not enough. And Nunya is probably going to plan on pushing out with this vaccinator. Happy's still on NG though, but I guess we'll be holding last. And Nunya is just, I don't know, it seems like they're a little content just sitting here on last. I don't really know what they're planning on doing here.
They can't keep sitting on the last point and just trying to see if they can hold it. It hasn't worked for 4 rounds in a row. They need to take some initiative in this game and start playing the game. It's literally like Lowpander is just walking forward over the top of them, and they're not even stopping them. Crits will be coming back up now. Mookie is again picking up that unlock of the airstrike, so I do want to see what he's going to kind of do on last hit. Maybe take down the sentry gun? It doesn't really work on floors because basically you need to be up in the air and it fires multiple rockets, but it does have decreased damage. So I really want to see how he's going to kind of use this. It looks like he does want to take down the sentry gun, but Mookie will be dying, and hopefully if there's something, maybe a flex pick coming out of Lowpander, kind of there. It's kind of their thing. They branded it. So spy, sniper, airstrike soldier, heavy. We can see anything come out of Mookie right now.
Pyro, flog pyro.
Exactly.
Oh, this is actually a good spot for them to maybe crits. I mean, the entire combo's in lobby. There are the vaccinator bubbles getting popped out. Hildreth gets crits on, not really getting anything, but Grenjabov does get Yelin, and Yumpu trades on Ubers. They're trying to get onto the second point. Yumpu gets his second pick, actually. And this crits did not work out. Even numbers now that Hildreth has gotten Yumpu. And yeah, this is a 3v4 push for Nunya, because I mean, they still have the engineer on last, and they're not actually gonna be able to get this push, even though that crits play just completely failed on the side of Lowpander. But they have the numbers advantage, and yeah, there we go. Happy does not feel like dealing with the entire Lowpander team there. And I don't know, I think Lowpander is just thriving in this I guess more chaotic play that's just for chaotic TF2 that's being played right now.
Nunya should have been out there taking that point. That was a big mistake again. Mookie, I didn't actually call this, but Mookie has decided to go a different weapon. He's decided to go the Huntsman Sniper. So, interesting pick coming out of him, but I do see a spy in lobby right now from Pappy trying to do anything. He's just looking into lobby. Nearly, he's going to get caught out.
Oh, he gets headshot too. The taunt BM even. Oh, the crits play actually. Crits arrows going around. Not really getting anything. He's trying to do what he can, but that was a very interesting crits play. Just crits arrows flying around. He does get an arrow on Rat Slayer, but it only did, minimal damage. And Lowpander just trying to kind of walk in, see if they can get any picks, but think they're just content to sit here and just hope that Nunya basically just throws the game for them, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Nunya just accepting their fate, it looks like, as they stay on the vaccinator. They could have a chance to switch off, but it looks like Mookie is going to be the player for Lowpander to watch at the moment as he gets an arrow onto Hems. He has to back out of there. He's going to be peeking in that one entrance. Uber's getting him so much room. Crits comes in. Looks like Hildriff is going to go with it. And Mookie gets one arrow off, but unfortunately, again, it's another botched push. And Nunya will hold for now. Nunya will hold.
It's a shame. There were a lot of weak players on Nunya there. If they pushed in maybe together, that could have worked out, but as I said before, I think they don't want to take any chances. Just hope they somehow get like 3 picks and then push in. Well, Nunya is they just want to sit here. Though they are actually switching off of the off classes. Seems like they want to maybe try their luck in rollout, or no, they're not sure. They're a little indecisive. I guess they're just gonna sit here on high ground and just, I don't know. Oh, they're going. Yep, Yumpu is on Engie again. They're just gonna stay here, even though they have 4 points to get and 10 minutes to do it in. So I don't know. Yeah, wasting the time away on the clock.
I mean, Mookie is now freely going into lobby and spamming arrows as the crits comes in on him again. How can this even be happening right now? Nunya are trying to see if they can block it with the vaccinator. It does work this time. I want to see Corndog see if he can try and switch off of that. One does go down, but that is a demo man pick there coming out of Uber's. Really nice rocket at the end there coming out of him in the lobby area. But it just looks like, again, it's going to be another back out. But this time it looks like Nunya have had enough of it. They are pushing out onto this point here. Get a quick pick onto Uber's. That's a massive pick for them. No Sollies up now right now on that point. And they will be capping it off. But I think Corndog's still on the vaccinator here. And it looks like they do want to go forward. Yillen getting another pick onto a scout there. Really nice play by the Sollies actually coming out of Nunya. And they are taking the aggression now. This is exactly what they need to do. Kizakala's still down. Hildriff dies. Mookie gets a pick on the top onto Yillen. And it is all over the place DM right now as Nunya take control of that middle point.
Mookie's just alone on mid, trying to do what he can, maybe get a lucky arrow on someone, but he's still alive. How is he still alive? He's been here for like 30 seconds and just walking around shooting arrows at anyone, and then he gets the pick on Hems as well. What is going on? Ubers jumps in, almost gets Pappy, and they're not even gonna get this midpoint. Lowpander successfully holds this. I don't even. What is going on?
Nunya just rolling over. Oh, Kizakala goes down. I didn't see that play there, but it looks like Ratslayer went straight into choke, piped him. And Mookie is still on that Huntsman sniper here. Might be able to get a pick or something, but Lowpander going to be in a bad position here without any heals on the midpoint. Pappy taking a one-on-one, it looks like, in sewers, but he gets help from Ratslayer there. He was done a lot on this, but he does manage to go down somehow, so they are going to be really far back here as Mookie finally gets taken down, and the midpoint will be claimed by Nunya as they are getting ready for the push, but still on the vaccinator here with 100%, so that's 4 charges in total. They should be able to get through this choke point.
Oh, here it is. Everyone's favorite Prem Highlander spy, Grenjabob, on the spy play is immediately gone detected, and he's just in a face-off with Condog. Wait, he didn't actually notice! Oh my god. He just looked at Grenjabob for like 10 seconds, and I
don't know whether to feel sorry or, oh my, Grenjabob's going, oh my god.
Oh my god, the 3K.
4 if you include the backstab, but oh my, that was ridiculous from Grenjabob. Corndog looks straight at him and he's still got that, but it looks like Nunya want to recontest mid here, knowing it's just a spy on the medic. Unfortunately, it looks like Kizakala is in a really bad position here with a spy, but we do see a solid bomb here. Uber's going in behind. Yupu has to turn his focus, and that is actually going to save Kizakala's life there as he does get out of that point, making sure that they're backing off in. Nunya looking to want to hold mid, and they are taking the aggression now. They are looking aggressive, and it is going to be Grenjabob on the spy, and they should know.
The ambassador pick from Mookie on Yillen. Double spy play actually there was actually double spy play going on. The Uber gets popped here. They're pushing in on this advantage, and Condog drops really early. Yumpu does get Mookie, but I mean, it's just a spy pick. That isn't really a big deal. Pappy jumps in, gets a really good rocket onto Kizakala, and this push does get stunted. Does get cancelled, but I mean, it shouldn't have even gotten to that point. I mean, they had 2 spies with Uber pushing into mid, and Nunya was this close to losing. Like,
it is ridiculous. Like, I mean, we saw an Uber on mid. I haven't seen that midi gun in a while. So it does look like Kiskala's going to go after the Vaccinate, and he does actually favour that gun. Playing against him before, they are quite strong with it. They know exactly when to use it, who they're going to use it on, and it's usually Ubers or Granger Bob on the heavy. He will be on that Natasha, which slows people down, which is actually fairly strong, especially when using it as a focus weapon and slowing down scouts for your teammates. It's quite useful. But they will just be content in holding the last point, and they should be, with only 5 minutes left on the clock. I mean, it's an upward battle for Nunya at the moment, who have started to see the error in their ways, as Pappy is going all the way back to Firstborn to either get an off class, I think. So let's have a look where he goes.
Oh, Mr. Epic gets a sniper pick onto the demo. This is not what Nunya needed right now. This is gonna successfully, I guess, buy more time. Uber's jumping in, not really having much success to getting another pick, but this is just gonna burn more time off of the clock, and they only have basically 4.5 minutes to push in. They're just taking way too long to push into last. I mean, they've had this Uber for like at least half a minute now, and they're just now taking ground here in lobby, but Granger Bob on the Natasha Heavy just denying this area for Nunya. They're still sitting on second, just twiddling their thumbs. You know, can we do something? And then they drop two. They just walk into lobby, walk out, see if they can do anything, and they just drop it. Now it's 4 minutes, and this is basically approaching garbage time now. I mean, Yilin can do nothing about Uber jumping in on him, and now I mean, Nunya has to get out. 4 minutes, and yeah, I don't think they can do this.
Granger Bob is now on the Spire as heavy. It looks like they will be trying to push mid here. Mookie going in as engineer, managing to survive, get a pick off. That Vaccinator coming into play right now for Lowpander. They know how to use that weapon, and Nunya scattering out of the midpoint, and they will be backing off successfully. Corndog holding that Uber at the moment, not doing anything. I hear a sentry gun, I think, on mid.
On the roof.
As it does get taken down, but the position that it got, Corndog has used his Uber up. He's trying to get a pick up to Ubers, but I think, as you said, we are in what is known as garbage time.
Mookie getting to 3K as NG as well. This is very impressive flexing right now. I mean, this is just such a chaotic match. I mean, it seemed like Lowpander, you know, thrives in chaos, and Nunya has just been trying to stumble their way through this match, but they just have not gotten anything going at all.
And that's going to be the 5-0 to Lowpander. You're right, it was chaotic, but you're right, they thrive in the chaos. Lowpander were in complete control the whole of the game.
This is
take a while to
I'm still absorbing this match. You know, I'm just still trying to think of what I just experienced. Well, let's just look at the logs for this match.
Maybe that will help. Maybe
so we can come to grips with this match. Let's see. Let's look at the old damage. You know, because that's the crutch for every caster. Just look at who did the most damage. See if they'll probably be the best player. Top damaging actually Hildreth this time. That's actually slightly unusual for Lowpander. Most of the time it's, you know, Mr. Epic or Ubers. You know, the quote unquote hard carries for the team, and Ubers is right under there. And I guess Hildreth's damage is probably a little bit inflated from like the 7 crits he got or something like that. So, but I mean, it is quite solid play. He got only 6 deaths, and I don't know. I mean, Uber's got a lot of damage. Ilan trying to do what he can, putting out a decent amount of damage, but just, and yet, it's just, I just don't know what to say. I mean, this the stats have not helped with like understanding what happened.
I mean, Hildreth was in the right positions at the right times. You're right, he did take a lot of crits, which probably helped him with his damage. Yeah, Uber's just beneath. Obviously, very good player. Airshot 6, so he did fairly well in that game there, but there's a big, big difference in damage. An 8k lead to Lowpander with nearly double the kills. And, well, Nunya had a few mids to their name. They just need to convert them into rounds. It was so difficult. And the one time they were on last, they got completely destroyed by Lowpander. So they need to try something different on this next game. What do you think they need to change up in the next map on Reckoner?
Just try to not get caught up in, Lowpander's chaos. Just try to, play, I guess what you could say, proper TF2. Just keep it together, play it together. Don't let your meta get isolated by an airstrike soldier on mid. Like that just should not happen ever. It's just, well, let's just look at more the stats. Yeah, you can see in the zones that just Lowpander dominating everywhere. Yeah, look. I mean, Hildreth 7-0 against Yumpu. Hildreth also 5-0 against Pappy. Just domination. Hems doing good against Grenjabob, but I mean that is not enough when the demo is just walking over basically everyone on your team.
I mean that tells a story, doesn't it? When it's only Hems, only Hems.
Oh, Hems is the only one who has managed to do something, I guess. Outplayed him in some way.
Well,
and then we have all Uber stats. Well, I mean, they were basically playing with crits most of the time, so I don't know how much we can go off of these stats, but
I mean, let's just focus on the next map and let's see if it gets any better for Nunya. They might not scrim process as much, might have felt a little bit more confident on it, but Reckoner being kind of a new map towards the pool. I think it's the second season now that Reckoner's been picked.
No, it's the third season. Yeah, season 24 out of the, yeah. It's been a while. It's I mean, people don't like this map, but it's been here for 3 seasons now, or this is the 3rd season now. So,
but it has changed. It has changed in this version. There are new shacks on mid, obviously a shutter door. So it will be interesting to see if the teams have kind of switched up their strategy on this map. But it is, like you said, it is becoming, I wouldn't say an aged map, but it's definitely a map now that teams, well, enjoy playing. I hope so.
There's no excuse for teams to be like, well, it's a new map, so we don't have any strats for it. There's definitely been, I feel like there's definitely teams in Prem now that have like legitimate strategies and can be, I don't know, just have this be their stronger map, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, like teams are starting to like see, oh, okay, right, we actually need to map talk this map now because it is staying for a while. I don't know exactly what the situation is for next season, but I just think it's a very, very strong map. I think it's a good map. It has good structure and it really shows a lot of a team. I think Lowpander will thrive on this map, and I do think they will take it because there's so much flank potential and high, and this is a map built for pure DM and, as you said, chaos. So
yeah,
I'm hoping not to see the same, and I'm hoping Nunya like go, right guys, it's time to change something up. Corndog should gather his men together and see if he can take his men forward and get 3 points on the board for them in Prem.
Well, I mean, I hope so, but I mean, on the other side, I'm a little bit of a Lowpander fanboy, so I mean, I'd like to see Lowpander, just stomp on them again, but maybe it would be nice if this match was a little bit closer, a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A fight.
It was a little bit more viewable,
Exactly.
Instead of just. I mean, I'm still.
What you watched.
I'm still just in a little bit of a daze from last map, but I think I'm recovering. I think. Okay.
Have you got a scoreline in your head right now for this map? After reviewing the last map.
I mean, I think that it can be. I still think it's probably going to be a very dominant map for Lowpander, but I think that Nunya probably can, I don't know, get like a point or two with some good mids. Like, I'm surprised that Nunya didn't manage to like if it wasn't for the really messy mids on process, they probably could have gotten like a couple points on the board. Like
Yeah.
the second mid they won was really like they got it and then like Lowpander re-pushed. So I mean, if they just keep them out on mid and then push, you know, together into last, I can see this being like 6-2, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think that's a kind of good score line to look at. I was going to say, I reckon it's going to be a bit closer, and I think it's going to be 3-2.
Ooh.
I still think Lowpander are going to win it, but I think it will be closer because I think Nunya are going to be rallied for this map, and we are going into Reckoner now, the second map of this week's fixture, and we're going to see the mid fight already.
Alright, let's see. Happy jumping on top of their shack. Mr. Epic's actually already on a very aggressive flank here, trying to get some damage on Happy. The entire Nunya team is on grass right now. Uber's trying to get some spam on here. Moogie's on the heavy, and Nunya is actually stuck on grass. They're trying to get out, but Happy gets completely denied, trying to get onto the combo. And this is, wow, this is already a done deal. Moogie just on that heavy, actually getting 2 picks, and also doing like great denial. And Nunya did not know how to handle the heavy at all.
I mean, Nunya had a strategy for mid. They were going to go counter jumping the top right crate, but then then there was Mookie, and he was on the heavy. Pappy was blown back by the heavy. He is still running that heavy off class because he didn't get taken down on mid. It's such a huge health pool to take out, 450, as Mookie holds a sandwich in lobby and is waiting for his team now to go in with this push. It looks like again it is a crit screen, so Hildriff will be looking for that one, and it's popped into the last point. Dropping
great
Corn
stick.
Dog.
And they're, I mean, Ilan is jumping in, trying to get Hildriff, but doesn't. Actually, he does get Hildriff. Grandjabab gets trading him out. Happy trying to jump in, but once again gets denied really hard. Mookie just slowly walking in with that, he's just pulling over everyone. Oh, that was brutal. Mookie just walks through main, spins it up, and then just never lets go of mouse 1, wrecking the entirety of Nunya there.
Oh my! And you see the lineup for mid. He's still on that heavy. Grandjabab is on spy. I hate to hear Nunya's comms right now as his heavy is just rolling in, managing to get position. Hildriff, what he'll be doing is he'll be holding them off on mid as he comes in. Now it looks like they want to take a different side this time as Nunya straight away realised heavy's got to get a position early, so we'll take their side. Mookie looking like he wants to change it up, is on that grass area. And he will just be denying the sollies as Yulin going towards cargo now. Corndog has a much better position this mid though actually, as Nunya is starting to get pinned into a corner here as Lowpander coming around the backside. Mookie trying to get early pressure on, but the heavy is calling that he's getting pressured and so much damage going down onto combo. Corndog is caught out, but really nice surf by him, and it is only him and Ratslayer as the whole of Nunya get disassembled on mid, and it looks like Ratslayer's going down. Corndog will be chased here. Let's see if he can actually get out of this one.
I don't think so. He'll just coming here and actually gets behind the screen door, but he actually tries to hide in the corner. And he just gets, there's like 4 people around him focusing him, including Kisakala. They're just sitting on last. There's actually a last fight going on. They don't have second, but the crits, Mr. Epic is getting 2 kills with the crits pistol. And they're already getting destroyed on last, even though they don't have second yet. They're just stuck in spawn and they're just gonna play the point. And yeah, that's it. 2-0 for Lowpander.
I just feel so sorry for Nunya right now. It's so hard to come back from a 2-round defeat in 4 minutes. As they will be looking onto the next mid. Mookie is on engineer. I'm going to guess he's on mini sentries, and they do not have a spy this time. So it will just be a little bit of shenanigans coming out of Lowpander. Let's see if Nunya can change something up on mid though. They will be rolling out through the cargo, and it's going to be another mid fight coming.
Elders actually gets into on mid really quickly, but nothing really getting done yet. But actually, good spam on the Nunya, on Ratslayer and Yumpu, both dropping really weak. Uber's going into cargo. Like actually getting a good rocket on Pappy's behind, and he gets a really good rocket on Kondog. Nobody's healing with Ubers at all actually, and they just get like surrounded by Lowpander, and they're not taking any initiative. They're just sitting there and letting Lowpander just wail on them like every mid. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's not working. Mookie even taunting on second there.
Oh my god. Rocket, Corndog comes out of spawn, completely timed out of Ubers and Kisakala. There's a heavy on last point. He will get cleaned up. Mookie's on the last point. They've already capped second, and Lowpander are just seeing 6 points in their eyes. It was a dream before, but now it seems like it's going to become a reality as they will go for another mid. And it's just so fast, the roll from Lowpander. Nunya just... I mean, if they group up on mid and try and see if they can push aside, then they will be able to do something here. But Lowpander obviously played this map a lot, it looks like, and they have practiced it a lot. So, in fairness to Nunya, it does look like a really strong one for them. As Pappy is going straight in for a bomb here, getting early pressure straight onto the scout. Grenjabol manages to put him off to the side, so Hildriff is completely open, but they do lose 2 players for it, as that mini sentry is going to be doing a little bit of work, stopping Ratslayer from doing anything. He has to focus it. And while that's happening, Mr. Epic is cleaning up on point. Managing to get 2 frags. His team come back into mid-fight. Ubers with 2 nice rockets there. Scout on point. Both of them turn for the focus. And this should be a clean-up here for Lowpander again, as they do take the mid, but less convincingly than last time. And Nunya finally putting up some sort of defense or push.
Yeah, Nunya tried to, I guess, do what I wanted them to do. Try to show some more initiative. Tried to go into Lowpander, but I mean, Lowpander leaves, but then Mr. Epic just walks in and just takes out 2 players of the Nunya combo, and it just crumbles. I mean, they gave it a good attempt. I'll give them that, and they have 2 off classes on last here. I mean, they don't want to drop another point. Mookie just walking in, dropping the mini sentry in front of main. They're on the vaccinator, but I mean, let's just see what Lowpander's gonna do with his crits. Hildreth gets a good crit sticky, immediately dropping Yumpu. Kalnak does prop the vaccinator bubbles. Nothing really else happening yet. Grenjabal walking in on the left, but isn't really able to do anything against that vaccinator. Hildreth gets the important teleporter pick. Uberth gets the sentry. I mean, the last hold is crumbling a little bit. Good rockets. Ilin drops very, very low, barely survives. Mookie dies to Ratslayer. Lowpander's still in on last here. I don't know. Nunya's taking really long to push them out of here. They do get Mr. Epic. Ubers gets a pick on Ilin, but then gets taken out, and everyone else just gets spammed. And I mean, it took very long for Nunya to beat that push, but it did work out. They did wipe Lowpander. Now we just have Mookie setting up some teleporters on mid, and Mr. Epic sitting in the forward spawn. What?
Right.
What are they doing?
Will I explain quickly the teleporter thing with Mookie? Right, let's see if Lowpander see. Oh my, they haven't seen it. Right, basically Mookie can teleport to his exit with the Eureka effect.
Oh no.
I am seriously not joking right now. It is not going to be seen. And
Is this happening?
Mr. Epic has teleported behind them and is on the point as they are pushing into second point there. Looks like a really nice Uber coming out of Nunya, but will they get this second point in time? As it looks like they're blocking mid. Ubers has blocked it. Mr. Epic is on mid, taking a one-on-one with Hems. Will he win the trade? No. Nunya kept back in time, but the teleporter is still up.
What is going on? Well, it's only 2 up for Lowpander, so they should be able to hold or get this push onto last. They do make it 3-1, but I just that was so close. If it wasn't for Mr. Epic taking just a little too long to win that 1v1 versus Hems, this could have been a Lowpander push to last. This is
that was tense. That was better from Nunya.
Yeah.
They didn't see the teleport. They didn't know what Mookie was going to do, but he just teleported Mr. Epic in behind. It's absolutely fine, but we will be going on to our next mid.
Alright, Hildreth and Ratslayer on opposite sides of mid here. They're actually both teams going to the enemy side of mid. Happy gets the first kill on Mr. Epic. Mini Sentry on grass. Not really able to do anything. I do see the Nunya actually aggressing onto Lowpander here and lower, and they're just getting destroyed here actually. It's actually probably the cleanest mid we've seen yet. Actually, except Mookie's behind, trying to get another teleporter going, but isn't really able to do anything. He's still behind though, so maybe he'll get something done. But Nunya is just gonna push it to second. No care in the world. Grenjabal actually just walks in through rollout, forces the Uber, and actually just takes out Pappy as well. That should not have happened. And now Lowpander is probably going to get to... Oh, they're actually on the Uber. So they have a full Uber advantage. Mookie gets a pick on Ilan. What the? What? How did that just happen? But okay, Lowpander is probably gonna push in with this Uber, seeing if there's sticks anywhere on the shutter here. They actually get it. Yep, they're gone. Mostly gone, that is. They're taking a little long to get on the second, but Nunya's respecting it. You know, they don't have Uber. They don't know that Lowpander has Uber. I think they still think they have crits. Ranger Bob's actually behind. How did he get behind? He's actually on Condog. Gets a good shot on Condog. Gets a second shot on Condog. Not really able to kill him though, but the Uber comes in. Actually, 2 players have dropped, and this is just easy push for Lowpander. How did
Right,
Ranger Bob get in
I
lower?
can explain because I was watching it while you were
Alright.
having a nice chat. So basically, Mookie was behind them with the teleporter again, and the same thing happened as before. Looks like that Lowpander have opted for the Uber, which is a bit of a different strategy, but Mookie's on it as well. Mookie's on NG, sorry, and they will be pushing into the midpoint here, looking for it. Looks like Lowpander want to take this toxic area here. Kisakala is overextending into that toxic area, and it does look like they are going to get picked off here. They're not counting Ubers at all. It's just, like you said, complete chaos, and I can't even keep a track of it at the moment as the Uber is coming into that cargo area there. They pick off one really nice pipe by Ratslayer, cleaning up Mookie as well, and he will clean out the mini as they do cap that midpoint, but complete chaos, and Lowpander has managed to get Uber out of this, and Kisakala survives.
Yeah, they luckily do get out, but they do have, yes, the full Uber advantage. Nunya. Yeah, the Uber gets popped off, like you call it. They'll just by the shutter. They do get Nunya out of here. Not actually too effective of an Uber. I mean, the only kill they got was Granger Bob getting a kill on the flank, but they do get Nunya off of that second point. But Nunya has a 70% advantage, so they're probably gonna push in. Mookie's has a mini sentry here by the little truck, or not truck, the thing.
Forklift.
Forklift, thank you. The push is coming in here through, I guess, the cargo area. We get the sentry very quickly. Lowpander just gets out immediately. They have not spotted the teleport. Okay, there you go. Pappy sees the teleporter. Granger Bob's actually behind Pappy. Can he get it? Can he get the kill? Oh, and he blocks second here. And now he actually has to go back. They were trying to be a little aggressive in lobby, but they have to go back, get the kill. They are going to push in now, but they don't actually have that big of an advantage anymore. This push might be, I don't know. They do actually get Mr. Epic, but here comes the Uber from Lowpander. Walk onto the point. Yilin here by the spawn door, trying to, I don't know, do some spawn camping. Kondak actually drops really weak. Oh, it gets killed. Hems throws down as well. Yilin trying to jump in onto the med, dies as well. And Hilda gets a good pipe on Ratslayer, and that was a very good defense from Lowpander. Pappy trying to, I don't know, get a pick on Kisakala, or actually Hildreth rather, but can't get that done either. And I don't know, I mean, that was not necessary at all to push in there. They probably should have just waited. It's not like last time. They have 17 minutes to push. Only 2 points. Here's the mid fight, I guess. And actually, Yilin gets a good rocket on Granger Bob. Both guys just kind of alone on grass. Mr. Epic is on lower, gets taken out by Hems, and man, they just immediately dropped 2 players. The rest of the team is really weak. Yilin actually coming from lower gets Kisakala very quickly. And then the rest of the combo walks in. Mildred dies in lower. Mookie, no chance with direct hits that he's using. And this is actually going very well for Nunya. On the road to get their second point here. Scouts trying to do what they can, but can't really do anything against that Uber. That's 3-2.
My prediction.
Oh man, yeah, but they now need to get that was a 16-minute stalemate.
Yeah, it was a 14-minute prediction, alright.
Oh, alright, I see.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Changing the prediction. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
alright, well, we have Hildreth here, trying to get some stickies on Ratslayer. Does actually get some decent damage on Ratslayer. Nunya going to the Lowpander side of mid here, sitting on grass. A lot of weak players actually. Yilin gets taken out by Mookie and Granger Bob, and the rest of Nunya is trying to do something, try to just go aggressive, but a combination of Mookie and Hilder spam, it's just they're not giving Nunya any space to get in, and that was actually a very uneventful mid. Not a lot of kills. Crits coming in actually. Hilder trying to get some kills with his crits, but Actually, they give Mookie a little bit of the crits too, and Pappy almost dropped dead, but now the Uber comes in. Mookie's actually going into water, and Lowpander actually gets out pretty safely, except for this odd Mookie flank play is heavy, but Lowpander does not get the second point, but seems like Nunya, they've held second. That's all that matters.
I mean, we didn't see this last game where Nunya was taking the aggression. Kisakala gets caught out there by Ratslayer, does get picked off. The crits was coming up there, but they have lost so many players for getting that pick. Ratslayer is going to try to get Corndog out of this one here. Corndog manages to get himself out through that shutter door, and he will survive. It doesn't look like Lowpander want to chase it, and that will be an advantage. But like you said, it turned into a bit of chaos, but the one thing that we didn't see in process was a pushback by Nunya. They got into second point. They got a pick onto Mookie, who was out of position, and they managed to retake it, but they overextend for the medic pick, and they do come out with an Uber advantage, but it's not really worth it here, I don't think, because it's such a hard point to push the second point of Reckoner without popping Uber. Sticky's above that shutter door right now, as they do go in. Sticky's are dead. Corndog is coming out through that entrance, but look at Uber's. Uber's in the perfect position here. Really nice scout shots coming out of Yumpu there, as they are forced to back out, but Mookie has not been focused. He's forced the Uber. Focuses Ratslayer, and that is going to give the advantage to Kisakala, who's on crits.
Those Mookie flank plays, he does them as NG and he does them as heavy as well. They're I don't.
This could be disaster.
Oh, the crit's coming in. Hilda gets first crit stick out to Illan, and Nonya's respecting this crits. Ratslayer is actually very weak. Does get out, but they do manage to hold this midpoint. And if they build this, they can actually get the crits. Actually, it's going to be relatively even to Corndog's Uber, so never mind. But I mean,
crits versus Uber though. Uber wins if you take it in.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, Mookie's on heavy, so I can see them holding this mid though.
Yeah, no, they will be just sitting passively. As Corndog is actually building that Uber very, very quickly. One of the mechanics I haven't seen by Lowpander yet is with the crit screen. If you kill the medic, you can actually pick up the medigun, but I'll stop talking about that now because, you know, back into the action. As Mookie is doing so much damage to the combo here, forces the Uber again on top of that shack, but look at Lowpander. Lowpander have actually gone behind them with 4 players here, as they are trying to come in. The crit screen popped defensively to hold that second point, and they will be sending players in behind here as Kisakala and Mr. Epic are looking for this cleanup. Yeah, exactly. And they're just going for it.
Oh my god, that was... Oh, Happy's actually spawning. He's trying to do what he can. Mr. Epic with the heals. Oh wow, that was beautiful. Just pushing through choke when they push through lower with the Uber, and yeah, using the crits to just lock them into the ramp, and just that was... So
many factors could have gone wrong there for Lowpander, but they pull it off again. And it is just Lowpander. That will be 4-2 on the scoreboard right now for them.
Alright, next mid. Let's see the demos trying to exchange a little bit of spam. Happy actually jumping in here onto the Lowpander scouts. Uber's counter jumping in. Happy's already out of this choke. Nunya actually, the rest of the team is on the Lowpander side. And Lowpander is just... They're sitting, I don't know, they're kind of just letting them be. Just spamming a little bit. Since Nunya isn't really trying to force any fights. Actually, here's the scouts coming in from their grass and actually getting 2 picks here, getting the demo and the scout. Uber's jumping Pappy, getting him 2, and then good denial from Mr. Epic to get Yellen, and now the Uber does get popped off, but oh, actually Kisakala is alone here. Yompu does actually focus Kisakala, but actually doesn't get the kill. Oh no, and it just gets... Wow, that was very poor play for Yompu. He got so many free shots onto Kisakala, and I mean, he had crits, so that should have been a drop, but
the pressure got to Yompu. It was close. It was very close. I will give that to him. But it looks like the crit screen already coming into loss. Corndog gets killed by Uber's rockets, and a crit screen comes straight in as well from Hildre. Crit Sticky there on the right side, getting a pick. Sentry gun goes down, and they are capping the second point there, but the position that Mookie is allowed to take on this last point should not be allowed at all by Nunya. They aim for the medic. Unfortunately, it is not the right pick on this last point here, as Mookie is just holding that high ground, the Lion's Wrath of Reckoner, and he will reign supreme over the last point as it goes 5-2 on the board.
This is some very unique TF2 being played right now. Just
unique. That's the right word.
Yeah, this is This is just a repeated process. But anyway, we have Hildreth here on mid, just shooting some sticks off. Not really getting much damage. Nunya going again into their grass, probably planning on going onto Lowpander's side of mid. Hildreth is on the hut, getting spammed a lot by Yellen. Uber's jumping onto the Nunya hut here. Yellen actually gets spammed hard and now is dead. And there goes Ratslayer as well when they're trying to retreat.
Oh my!
And they're just actually Pappy gets a pick on Kisakala. What?
Pappy was on spy the whole time. Kisakala turned around and he saw him, and he brought the Ubersaw, and Pappy took the DM fight with the medic and manages to get him. But they do know there's a spy now, and Kisakala will be spawning soon, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes for that. But Mookie is just this heavy, and he's hiding. And you're spotted. So yeah, that will unfortunately be a pick off for him. But I think Corndog actually survived that mid, so he does have a massive Uber advantage. Just Pappy is still on the spy, but we'll have to see what happens. As it looks like they will be pushing mid.
Alright, well, Granger Bob is in a 1v1 Yumpu. Pappy trying to get something onto the combo of Lowpander, not really getting anything. Granger Bob's actually still behind. Gets cleaned up by the scouts from Nunya though. Seems like Lowpander's respecting the Uber advantage that Nunya has. We actually see the Mookie flog Pyro here using the detonator, trying to get some spam to build up that try to get those crits, but well, the combo from Nunya is walking into cargo. They're actually just taking this detonator spam. Seemingly maybe a little, I don't know, just maybe they wanna see this this flog play. Seems like they're gonna rotate.
I mean, it's difficult to use the flog because it looks like they are going to pop the crits. They do drop one. Sorry to cut you off there. But yeah, it looks like they will be pushing into this second point there as that Uber is popped off. But I don't know where Mookie is at the moment. It looks like Granger Bob is behind. Mr. Epic is behind with him, and they are pushing back in here. Uber's getting a lot of damage actually, helping his flank classes out. They will be pushing to this point. Scout high in the air. Yimpu manages to survive that there, and he will be on that second point, capping it off as Lowpander can't block it. They've only got one alive here, and a really nice DM there by Yimpu, managing to get a pick off, but it looks like the flog pyro of Mookie comes in, cleans him up. He's going to carry on going into mid here, onto Ratslayer. He's going to get the pick on the demo man as well. Solly coming in, and it is over.
Wow, that was... I mean, they did get the second point, but what you didn't see is Mr. Epic walking around and dropping a demo and a medic, like in choke. Just, I mean, they got the second point, but Mookie just going ham on mid as Pyro is just, I mean, they have the advantage now, and this is definitely still Lowpander's round to win. I mean, Nunya is pushing in here through choke with no Uber, but the crit is about to come in. Actually, Kisakala is disconnected. What is he doing? He's in lobby alone. He does actually get the crits up. Going with Hildreth through the shutter here. Crit sticky comes in, gets Ratslayer. Some good damage. Hildreth gets Yumpu as well. Two people dropping. And actually, a third player died somewhere. And Mr. Epic getting Pappy. And actually the chase coming in from the scouts on the Condog. Yellen actually tries to jump in, gets Mr. Epic going for a flank, but he's the only one alive. And that crits play, I mean, I don't know why they pushed in like that. They had like 60%, and I mean, Lowpander had the crits, and they just got completely destroyed.
It seems to be a reoccurring theme where they don't know what the Ubers are, because crits builds a lot differently. A lot of teams at the moment are only playing Uber, so Lowpander are picking up on the fact that they can use this crit streak, and they are going to catch them out. Nunya just aren't predicting it at all at the moment, and not properly. It looks like Corndog will be staying on the Uber though. Huge crits advantage again, so we'll see if they have learned from their mistakes. As Hildreth comes in, Corndog is so lucky to survive them. That sticky just a tiny distance away from his feet, and it will just be another point to Lowpander. But every single time Lowpander have used a crit card, they have managed to get a point off of it. They've managed to get some sort of advantage, and positional advantage on this point is key, especially to winning Reckoner, as it looks like Nunya, they've had enough of the aggression of Lowpander. They decided it's time that we take something, and they're going to hold forward lobby.
Yeah, they're going to probably get this Uber around the same time as this crits. I don't know what... Mookie is just, spamming away, trying to build up that oomph. We do have Ubers actually on the ledge here. Pappy spots it. So no surprise force there from Ubers. We're just trying to see what they can do. They're walking through shutter here. Ratslayer and Condog are walking in. They're walking in circles a little bit actually. Mookie gets taken out. Granderbob gets Yumpu. The crits does get popped. Some crit rockets going into some Ubered players, but there's the backhand from Bob pulling players back, and it works! That's 6-2. Bob on the big flank, showing, I guess, his worth on this team over Cookie. Going for that back cap. I don't just...
Gotta make that Cookie mean somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. Bob just sneaking into the last point there. I didn't even see it myself. I was watching the fight on the second point, so well played to Bob there, getting in behind, even catching me out. So it will look like we're going into another mid here as, again, Nunya seemed content and taking this side, but look at Mookie at the moment. He's hiding in that toxic area. He does come out, get some early damage, but he will certainly get picked off. No, he survives as Nunya just keep this side for now. It looks like Corndog will be pressured by Bob, but really nice cleanup here by Nunya actually. Coming back in, the Pyro flank manages to pick off Ratslayer though, and it's all over the place. Chaos as Lowpander kind of even out the numbers, but it looks like they're behind at the moment. Crits by Nunya to catch out the medic. It looks like a Kisakala. Hildrift goes down, and it should be a clean up on mid here, but Mr. Epic is taking these one-on-ones. Yulin is dead. He's still alive. And he finally gets cleaned up by Corndog. And like you said, Mr. Epic is just getting kills where it shouldn't be possible. And Nunya should be playing together, but Mr. Epic seems to find them. He's finding them all the time.
I don't know, I mean, Lowpander did their usual thing, you know, jump into Nunya, just hope to out-DM them, and that time it didn't work, but then Mr. Epic just still cleans up 2 kills, you know, make it just a barely winning mid, and I mean, they could have pushed probably into last with this, but instead, sitting here on mid, just hoping that they can get a pick on Lowpander. They are on the crits, but I think Lowpander's on crits too, so we're going to see crits be crits action. Happy jumps in, seemingly to force an Uber, I guess, but there's no Uber to force, and it seems like he just gets denied and everyone else gets taken out on the flank. And I mean, Condog gets killed. It's just what a poor push. They just, like, people jumped in and just got taken out, and now Lowpander just gonna get this midpoint. It's actually Uber's even jumping on Ilan, who's just, or Mookie actually on roaming soldier gets Ilan, and people just overextending. I don't know what's going on. The crits gets popped off. Happy gets launched into the air. Hilda gets a good crit sticky on Yampu in the forward spawn. This is actually going to be a second point for Lowpander as well. They want to get everything. And they're gonna push into last with this. Kisakala just walking in into a demo and a scout. No fear. Mookie gets Hems and Condog with a very good bomb. And I mean, they're just crumbling. I mean, after that push into mid, they've just thrown in the towel, and that's it. That's 7-2 for Lowpander, and they take this map. Get 6 points for this fixture, and I just... What can you say? What can you say, honey? Help me out, please.
Let's calm down a little bit, but the amount of crazy in that map. It might seem crazy from our perspective, but from Lowpander's perspective, that might seem normal. That is how they play. And it seems that this time it has actually caught out Nunya, and they have been taken down, unfortunately. So that will be all 6 points of this fixture going over to Lowpander, a 5-0 on Process and a 7-2 on Reckoner. Let's have a look at those damage logs, see if they can help us out again and trying to find or fix this confusion that is in our heads.
Yeah, oh, there it is.
There it is. Let's look at the damage, like you said. Again, you see at the top, Ubers and Hildrift. Out damaging big time. Again, could be down to the crits creek. Hildrift had a few of those again. But Ubers this time, 10k damage, 415 damage per minute. Ridiculous numbers coming out of him. I mean, he is known as one of the top players for Lowpander, so I'm pleased to see that he's kind of showed up a little bit more on this map. Again, he took a few crits, and the frags as well, looking rather similar again. 4 players for Lowpander at the top of that leaderboard there. Ubers, Mr. Epic, Hildrift, and Grangerbob, the people that you want at the top, and then Mookie following behind a little bit, but Hems again kind of showing up for Nunya there, but they are completely destroying on frags, on DM, and they just took it to Nunya every single time. Aggression, confusion, catching them out with the crits. and Nunya just couldn't handle it at the time.
Yeah, I mean, just using I guess their star players Uber Epic perfectly. Just I guess showing that you got the gimmicks. You do also have a very strong base in DM in this team. Just rolling over Nunya. I mean, they got the 2 points, but I mean, I'd probably say that those 2 points were more Lowpander kind of throwing it away more than it was Nunya like really. I don't know.
A good play, you mean? Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be mean to
No,
to
no.
Nunya, but just yeah,
It seemed all over
yeah,
the place, didn't it? Kind of from minute one.
yeah, definitely.
But the heels are the same, really. Again, Kizikala obviously with an advantage because he stayed alive for a longer period of time. I wonder what the overall damage is like, actually, looking at it now. So it is different from the first map, only a 6k damage lead. And
Oh,
30
only
but,
6k. That's not good enough.
But I did say I thought Lowpander would be good on this map, and they are. They played it well. They caught them out so many times, and it's so difficult to talk about it because
yeah, I mean, one of the things that I feel like Nunya could have seen this like very chaotic playstyle coming. Like if they watch the other matches from Lowpander, like they very much favor, the vaccinated, the crits, try to play in this kind of style where you're just basically trying to push at all times. And
yep.
Nunya just did not seem prepared for it like at all.
And I mean, the whole point of like facing Lowpander is that, so let's say they've got Mookie on heavy or they have a spy, it's all about solving how you beat them. So like what they've got, you're like, right guys, let's do this, but there wasn't a plan in place, and this is what it ends up to be, and they lose all 6 points unfortunately in this fixture.
Yeah. I mean, it was I mean, as much as I've been very confused this match, I have to say it was actually very entertaining. I feel like I've watched some of the most unique TF2 that I've watched in a while, and in I guess an era of TF2 that people say where the games are too boring, there's too much stalemates. I feel like this was a very, I don't know, it felt kind of refreshing a little bit to see all these weird gimmicks plays. I don't know.
I think I could agree with you in that one there. It was interesting at least.
Yeah.
To think what they would go.
I'm not gonna say how like, but I'm sorry. What did you say, Amik? Our producer, I could not hear what you said.
Right. Hems again is showing up for Nunya, as it does look like that Mookie will lose that one, but apart from that,
Mookie!
It's domination again. I mean, where's the cookie at?
Well, I mean, let's not. I mean, I don't think they needed Cookie for this match. I mean, you could say that that would have made it like a 5-0, but I mean, you don't need that many carries on one team. That might be a little too much.
I mean, Nunya just got to look for the next fixtures now. I think. I mean, it's a tough game.
Yeah, they've had they've had some really tough officials. I mean, they had to play Arctic Fox's first week. They had to play Seven second week, and now they had this really just very tough, I guess mentally taxing match against Lowpander. Yeah. But luckily, after next official gets Champions, they get to play 3-6. So I hope that at least maybe, I mean, in Chapter G, that's still relatively standard TF2. Like, I hope that they can just keep it together to, I don't know, get some points on the board, because I would very much like to see the one, I guess, rookie team of this season, full of teams with, Prem players. I mean, even Lowpander, I mean, they're the high move-up team, but these are basically all Prem players, so I would still like to see them do well, or at least, show some progress. Yeah.
All right. Have we got any interviews, or are we? I don't think so.
We can try.
Are we gonna end it, or are we
Let me
gonna?
let me see for a moment. Let me see. Just give me a quick moment. Actually, I don't have any of the Lowpander players added, so I think. Oh, do we? Oh, I hear my producer, the boy Amik. Oh, we're having some technical difficulties here. Give me a minute. We have to contact the turbo tabs.
Getting the great boss.
Let's just do that. Let's just go a little bit ghetto. Yeah, sure. All right. All right. Who do we have here for our interviews? Introduce yourself, please.
I am the scout for Lowpander.
Ooh.
No,
What is your name, Mystery Scout? Is it Cookie?
Oh, it should have been Cookie, but unfortunately it's not.
Whoa, this is a
What's
great
wrong with your
microphone.
mic,
Is it?
Mr. Epic?
Is
Yeah.
it?
That's right.
So how? I'm sorry. So how is it? How was your team feeling going into this official? Because well, I would like to know how you felt with this team.
Well, we were quite confident going in, but we didn't quite expect we would roll so much on the process game. But Reckoner proved to be a bit tougher, but we managed to kind of just get the rounds off and finish this game finally.
Finally. So so about so after about like two rounds into the process game, it seems like you guys started feeling really confident. You guys started like off classing more. Was that more like a kind of a BM thing, or were you guys
Well-
like wanting to do more, just try like different strategies a little bit, try to more experimental stuff, or what was
No,
that all about?
That's how we were playing, like, since the very start.
Well,
It's nothing new for us.
well, I guess, but it seemed like it seemed I don't know. Maybe it just was coincidental, but at least what I seen or what I saw, it seemed like Mookie was a little bit going a little bit I guess more crazier with off classes,
Oh, yeah.
trying to flank more, like
Yeah, probably. Well, it started with Uber's having massive lag, so we couldn't push properly.
yes.
So instead he decided to use Hansen
I see.
with the grids. So that was essentially what was happening in our counts and decisions.
I see. In I hope that everyone could hear that.
I hope as well.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's
difficult.
This is
Well, that's how I play, like, since, what is it, till last season or so? I've played the whole season of height.
You can kind of tell that you have cohesion with each other. I mean, I don't really know how to say it, because you focus the same targets. You have like obviously you have good comms between your team. I don't know whether it's kind of, I mean, it looks like you play better when you're kind of on the fly calling, but I don't really know how it works, because I know you guys off class a lot, obviously, in games, and it does seem to kind of come out on top. So there's a lot of practice in there, obviously. So
Yeah, well, teamwork is one of our key advantages, I think. Like, it's been like that since the last season as well. So that's it. Do you understand me?
yeah. It's all good. It's all good.
Do you have any any questions to ask, Honey?
What?
Any other questions to ask, Mr. Epic?
Questions from Mr. Epic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Do you have it, or
No, I don't have any more questions to ask after what I've seen. My head is still.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time for us to sign off then. Does anyone here want to give any shoutouts? Mr. Epic probably has some shoutouts.
Well, shout out to my team. Shout out to Spammy. Shout out to Deus, or whatever his name is on Twitch chat. Well, I guess that's it.
All right. Honey, you have any shoutouts?
I can't. I'll shout out to you, Hiipfire, for putting up with me.
Oh, it's
thank
fine.
you. And shout out to Amik as well for nearly destroying the other game's cast.
Oh no! Don't bring this up. No.
I mean, we had a bit of a funnel at the start, but it's absolutely fine. And thanks to Turbo Tabs for obviously giving me the opportunity to do this.
Shout out to my microphone as well.
Oh yeah, shout out to Mon's microphone and shout out to Cookie. You forgot Cookie.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Cookie. Shout out to Cookie.
Yeah, shout out to Cookie.
That's our inspiration.
I think that's it. That's it from me.
all right. Well, I guess I'll give a shout out to. I want to give a shout out to my team, chubtoad.net. Every time. Well, thank you for Honey for casting with me, dealing with me as well as a caster. And thank you to Amik. I mean, producers, are unsung heroes of Team Fortress TV. So always got to give props to them. And that's I guess this for this cast. I hope you enjoyed this cast. Team Fortress TV, ETF2L Season 26, powered by TT Esports. And I hope to catch you guys for the next official. So, see you guys probably next week.